Hello and welcome to Season 3, Episode 8 of our career mode, where we try and go from obscurity to Champions League glory. My name's Ashley, and today on the episode, we've got a home game against Accrington Stanley and an away game against Port Vale. Form since you were last with us has not been good. We've not won a game in about 9 or 10 games since the 1-0 win at Woking. You last were with us for the games against Maidstone and York, where we lost badly both games. Sutton was a really disappointing game. We tried a new tactic. We should have won. We had about 5 clear-cut chances and only put 1 in, and then an own goal cost us the points against the team in the relegation zone. Leyton Orient, we were much the better side. We went back to our usual formation, but we switched to defensive forward, and we bossed the game. We looked much the better side. We were 2-1 up right till the last minute, and 88th minute they got an equaliser. Again, more shots, more clear-cut chances. We were the better side, which means going into this game, I'm slightly optimistic, despite this terrible run. The table, just to give you an idea of how bad things are, we're now only 5 points above the relegation zone. Still Sutton, the team, chasing us. We're 8 points away from our target of 50, and we've been that number, or sort of that number, for a long time now. I'd like a couple of wins just to get us over that line. We might have to fall over it rather than run across it. The team we've got for today is Durrell, a back four of Amos, Smith, Ogbeta and Higgins. Finney, Young and Klukowski comes in as a box-to-box midfielder. It keeps putting Reece Gregor Cox is not far from coming back, but Bugger Mella played really well in the last game. Morton and McFarlane is a defensive, deep-lying forward rather than defensive forward. Still on counter, still unstructured. We're still trying to pass into space. It's now awkward. These next few games could really have an impact on how the season finishes. If we lose the next 3 games, we're in a dodgy relegation battle. We've had a few meetings with the players already. They're not very happy about this form, this run we're on. So they're dying for a win. I managed to make them a little bit happier, but not really much. And Accrington are all over us. Accrington, for those who want to know, are 12th in the league. Over the top for McFarlane to run onto. He can't get there. Morton, for the best player in the league, I've rather been disappointed with Morton this season. He's had a very quiet year, and I don't know whether I'm just playing him incorrectly or not getting the best out of him in some way, but he's supposed to be the best left winger in the whole division, and I've not really seen it. Young. It's over the top, and Bell is all on his own. He hits the post twice. Blimey hell, how did we not go 1-0 down there? Half an hour in, and we've just not turned up today. Not a single shot on target. I'm gonna try switching Morton to attack, because we've put him on support the entire season. Let's try him on attack. Let's see because he is supposed to be our best player, and Bell is in, and he hits the bar. He's hit post and bar today. If we can get to half time at 0-0, I'll take that. From the way this has started, despite being at home, despite them only being 12th in the division, if I can walk away from here with a 0-0, I think we take it. Second half, I think we might have put the willies up them, because we've had 4 shots early in the second half, an hour in now, and suddenly it's starting to look a little bit more promising. But as we start coming out and starting looking to score goals, that might leave some space in behind for them to exploit. Maybe switching to Morton to attack has started to bring the best out of him, although he's still only getting he's gone up to a 6.5. McFarlane. He wins a free kick, and could that be a second yellow for Mohammed? It could, and they've now only got 10 men. Well, this does make it interesting. Have we got enough to take advantage of this? Young with the ball. He's got Bugel Mella on this right-hand side who can try and beat his man. He whips the ball in. Morton's at the back post. Morton scores. Switching him to attack, I think, made the difference for the second half. It's 10 men against 11. We're 1-0 up. Do I switch to defensive now? I think I probably do. That's fantastic. This could be the win we needed in a game that it looked like we weren't going to get anything from. Still 2 minutes left. Another highlight, hopefully, for us. I don't really want them to have a highlight. Finney to Krakowski to McFarlane. It's lost, and they're now coming forward. And they're still coming forward, which is starting to get worrying now. They've still got the ball. This has turned into a long highlight. Long highlights always end in goals, but we're coming forward. McFarlane, he's got people on the overlap. Amos, Morton running after it. He looks far more involved in this game. Whips it to the back post, hits the crossbar. Hopefully that will be the highlight. Finney picks it up. Morton looks far more interested in this game now we've given him the license to go forward. 10 seconds left. Is it going to be a win? It is going to be a win. 1-0, our first win in 9 or 10 games. We've ended the voodoo. We're back against Port Vale away soon. I'll quickly show you what that does to the table to see if that's eased any pressure on us. Yep, Sutton didn't win, which means now it's back to 8 points. You can breathe a little sigh of relief. I'd still like another win. And as I say, 50 points is the target, so 5 points away from that target now. We'll be back shortly for the Port Vale game. And we're back, ready for the Port Vale away game. A few changes, I think. Is there any changes? No, there's no changes. I don't think. I can't quite. Actually, it's been a while since I recorded the first part of this. So forgive me. If there are any changes, spot them for yourselves. We'll have a little spot the difference competition. Let's get into the game. After the great result in the last match, I'm delighted with where we are in relation to the relegation zone. Let's try and kick on today, make it even harder for them. 8 points clear of that relegation zone. We've been playing well the last few games. You've got a better memory of what happened in the last game, because I've been off and I've actually sat an exam between the first one. You can see my revision was excellent. But so it's been a few hours since I've played the last game, so I know we were in good form. I knew that it was because the deep lying forward has been switched to attack, and I know that, did I put Morton onto attack? I didn't. Okay, well, I'm glad you all told me. You were all screaming at the screen, going, Ashley, you haven't put Morton onto attack. Come on, that was what won you the last game. It's all coming back to me now. We switched him to attack. He scored the winner. We got them down to 10 men. See, it's I never forget. You all imagine stuff. Oh, and we switched him to attack, and Port Vale go and score. Although it hasn't been disallowed. It's been disallowed. Ben Hinchcliffe was offside. Right, well, maybe it's not as bad as first thought. Durrell with the ball forward. Morton tries to win the header. Amos collects the ball. He puts it back to Better, to Krakowski, to Young. There's space on the right for Bughill-Mellor, who finds the ball through to Morton. Can he score? Yes, he can. 2 goals in 2 games on the live matches. Moving him to attack has made a real difference. Great ball from Bughill-Mellor. And that, look at that. Sutton are winning, so it's only 8 points to relegation zone. But 48 points, this would take us so close to our target at the start of the season, which was 50 points. Amos to Finney. Finney inside. It's cleared, and Nolan coming away with it. He's got 1 on 6. There's no chance of him doing anything. That would have been some goal. But as the commentator would have said, but there was no chance of it going in, so why get too obsessed? It's half time here in Port Vale. We are 1-0 up. Port Vale, for those who are wondering, are only one space above us, 16th place. So this is a game that, if we're trying to kick on and prove to ourselves that we're a better team than most of the teams around us, we should be looking to win. Morton's back there clears, but there's a lot of white shirts in and around our box. You fancy this could be a goal. Hinchcliffe heads over the bar. Port Vale are coming forward. It hits the post. Yes, we've had a few chances, but really, Port Vale might have been probably the better side. But we've gone 2-0 up. Bugale Mella, 1 assist, 1 goal. Who doubted him? Who doubted him when I brought it in? All of you who thought, no, this kid, you're wasting your money. He's really turned this team around. (2-0), and actually, you look at the stats and possession, and I suppose possession we've been behind, but you look at the stats and everything I just said is nonsense. We've thoroughly deserved this, to be in this position. They haven't really been able to get many clear-cut chances. Although that's going to be 2-1. It's their first real chance of the game. And what was wrong there? I think it was Smith just slow reacting to the fact that Nolan had the ball. 20 minutes to go. Do you switch to defence? Durrell comfortable. That surely isn't the highlight. There's probably still a chance to come. We've brought 109 fans away with us. Durrell, who's that clear? Finney, Klukowski, Young loses it, and Amos is caught too far up the field. Gallagher squares it. Nolan hits the post. I think we definitely now drop to defensive. Morton coming forward. Morton beats his man, crosses, and it's tipped over the bar from Watson. You felt he could have caught that. Klukowski to deliver the ball. In it comes, out it comes. Surely the end of the highlight. It's not the end of the highlight. It is the end of the highlight, thank goodness. They've only had 1 shot on target. We've had 5. Higgins with the ball. Klukowski to Finney. Gives it to Young. To McFarlane, who shot and he put it wide. Amos to Young, to Amos, to Finney. There's 2 minutes left. Klukowski to McFarlane. It's wide and he shoots and hits the post rather. Going defensive is not actually hindering our attacking intent. 4 minutes gone. Ball comes in from Young. Finney just wasted time. McFarlane, hoof clear. It's all over. 2 wins on the episode then today. And that really does improve our league position. At the start of the episode, we were thinking, it's all a bit dodgy. We're now 10 points clear of the relegation zone, 6 games to go. 1 more win gets us above the 50-point target, which we've been after. The next episode will be the last 2 games of the season, Chelmsford and Bath. If you like that episode, press the like button, subscribe to see more, and thank you very much for watching.